Yo. Welcome Hip Hop Zone. Shout out. Hey, yo, we just now starting, so don't mind it just being me right now. Y'all can come up. If y'all like Carol, salute Vicky in the zone, salute Mo in the zone. You can show love all Queen in this big zone, you heard?
Let's go. Let's go.
Get
What?
it. Yeah. We still got the other room. We still had a lunch break going. We ain't playing.
They've been
We
on
just
lunch for 5 hours.
The
That's
lunch
a
break
fact.
still was
Who's
going
that? Mo?
on?
That was Mo.
Yes, I joined there earlier, like 12 o'clock. Ain't it like 8?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they still going right now. We had the thing up top though. You know what I mean? He was like going right, what up lyrically?
I,
Hey,
what? I didn't know that. Let's talk about it. Let me
We
set the
still
room up.
rocking. We still rocking. What up, the Elias? You know what I mean? Y'all could come up, Carol, Vicky, the Elias. But if y'all want to kick it there, that's cool. You know what I mean? We just getting started. This is an open topic
Hey,
Thursday.
Queen.
So
Hey, Rain. How y'all doing,
Hey.
sisters?
Hey.
okay. You see, we turn out man.
Manny.
That's how
What's
you
up,
do it
Manny?
over
AKA the
here.
Beige Pimp.
You feel me? You the beige pimp. You dig? You feel me? Just ignore him. I let your boy, man. You already know
Hey.
we
Hey,
just popping
boo.
in. Big
Queen,
zone
queen,
shit.
queen.
Hey,
Hey,
mommy. I'm gonna mute up for just
hold,
5 minutes, y'all. I'm about to go ready to send some people in. I mean, send some people.
hold
Set
on,
the
E-Love.
stage
I don't
up.
get hold on, E-Love. I don't get a high. It's like,
Hi, Manny, baby. Hey, Rain, honey.
nah, I'm
Hey,
just playing. I know you
beautiful.
just
Hey,
saw me. You just saw me. I
beautiful.
know. Hold on.
I'm
Everybody moving on my
sorry,
bad. My bad, Java.
Hey,
Hold on. Let me
Mammy.
see.
Mo,
My bad. What
Gandhi.
up,
Hey,
My bad, Tina.
Tina. Hey, Queen
Yeah, I
Hey,
see
Mama.
you coming in.
everybody.
What up, Brandy?
No.
What up, Brain?
What's up,
Yeah, we out
Mammy?
here. Serenity coming to bring you
Let me
up.
go ahead and set it up.
We deep out here, you heard?
Coming in swinging, you
Yeah,
heard?
yeah. Who want what? What? Say nah. What's good with
I'm here
y'all?
with my grandbaby, and he learned how to say shit. No, he keeps saying shit. It's not
Oh,
funny. It's
big
not
zone shit.
funny. It's not
Big
funny.
zone shit. It's like, nah. I hope he ain't on speaker. I'm bad. I ain't trying to
No,
enforce
you
him to keep
good.
cussing.
I got my Bluetooth in.
Oh, okay. I got you. Let's make sure we share, ping, share, ping. You know what I mean? Man, I'm about to be like, F this job. This job
Manny,
is,
funny.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, sharing pain. I mean, sharing just
Hey, is
pain.
it just me? Every time I try to share on Clubhouse, every time I try to share from Clubhouse to Facebook, that shit freeze. Do mine just be doing
Uh,
it?
nah, my having the same thing. I
Might
haven't
be your
shared
bandwidth.
Facebook in a minute though, either though. I'm gonna
It
do it
might
right
be
now.
my what?
No, I said I haven't shared in Facebook in a minute though, either. So let me get that a try. No, you can always copy the link too though. Instead, I'm gonna try it right
Oh
now
yeah,
though.
okay, that's true. Yeah, usually I can share to Twitter, okay, but as soon as I try Facebook, it'll be like post, and then my shit will just be stuck. I'll be like, oh.
Right. I be doing the Twitter because they ask you after you ping or after you share, like they'll ask you if you wanna like tweet it to what up Carol in the zone?
Tina, I saw that
hey y'all, what's
article
up?
that you talked about earlier. I just read it.
Which
Yeah.
one? Oh, the
You remember the
medical
one you
thing?
told us about the lady with the levels in her body? I just
Yeah,
saw it on
yeah, you
TikTok.
saw it?
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting, yo.
I think I had saw it on Instagram, but I was like, I knew somebody else probably gonna see it at some point. It
Hmm.
happened way long ago, but yeah, I guess they just did the article about it last year. I love all them type of medical
Me
mystery type things.
too. You know, I'll be all
We
into
got
that
Gordon. Hey,
stuff.
yo, somebody
This
bring
one?
Gordon up. Got Gordon in the zone. My bad. I'm over here pinging,
My
so I
No,
bad.
you're
can't.
good.
It's all good.
You want that one?
Hey, yo, Gordon flexed on us the last show. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'm leaving y'all. I got somebody.
So see you lonely fuckers later.
Yeah, I
Bye.
see you lonely fuckers later. I got somebody.
Oh
I'm
my.
kidding.
That's all love.
I'm here at the dispensary, anxious to get my treats.
Ooh, give
Ooh,
me
the
some.
treats. The
No, it's okay.
treats.
I'm making some treats. I got it.
I want some of those treats
What?
too. You got some butter?
She
You got
wants you
some
to
butter?
come. Mm.
Well, I do need one more taste tester, actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
go on and
Can
give
I
me
taste
that.
that?
No, I'm first.
I got something you could
Oh,
taste.
hey, I want it
Let me
all.
stop. Let me behave. Yeah.
Hey.
If you send me your address in the back channel, I'm sending stuff out on the second.
I got you, but I sent you my number and you never called.
Oh,
Oh,
you got trigger in the zone. We got trigger in the zone. Bring him up.
What's
Wait,
up,
who said they
Trigger?
sent me their number?
Rain.
Rain,
No,
don't
you
be
didn't,
taking my
Rain.
zones from me, yo. I mean, we gonna have to, I mean, we got to
I would
share,
have
Rain.
remembered that. I'm checking this message right now. I do not see no phone number.
Rain, we gonna have to
What
share.
it do? What it do?
Yo,
What's
trigger in
up,
the
Trigger?
zone. What up,
What's
fam?
the word? What's the word?
You know how we do it.
I know we just can't beat
HAT.
these pickies. What's going
You
on?
already know. Big zone shit. You know how
We
we
gonna do
do. Another day. You know what I mean? Another day, another holler. You know what I mean? I made that up. Freestyle.
another day, another holla.
Another day, another holler. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
close together, the same. I like it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Copyright that. It's recorded.
What's up, Trigger?
Crucial. What's going
What's
on?
up, DJ? Love is love.
Hey, how you doing, little sister?
Somebody just came
All is
through too
love.
just now. Make sure I bring that person up.
Oh, I'm not looking. Hold on. Somebody
Yeah, I'm
did.
just pinging right now. It keeps saying unable to ping, but I'm still just gonna keep trying. But,
Absolutely, absolutely.
and not with Queen still in my topic.
Oh, how
Now
you?
I'm
You
joking.
always say she about
Y'all
to
don't
steal your
believe him.
topic.
I promise you, don't believe
We know, Queen. He say that
Nah, I'm
every
talking
time.
shit. I don't even know if she took my shit yet.
Salute to the stage. Salute to the stage, y'all. I'm gonna give it to
Uh,
Since there's a lot of people in here, I'm gonna wait till about 8:15. We'll start. Or but actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and start since we got enough people on the stage. Y'all can keep pinging up, pinging up. Let me go ahead and get
I'm
mine
still
over with.
pinging.
All right, so I'm not for sure if y'all heard about this. The young man, Tyree Nicholson. Who's that? Who that? Who that? Oh, Tyree Nicholson. A colored guy, in Tennessee. I know a
Color.
lot of people wasn't talking about it, and I was surprised. But this is really deep to me because he was beat um, to death by police officers. But guess what, y'all?
they was African American.
That's a fact.
Oh wow,
Yes, they
wow.
beat and y'all go look it up. It's really sad. I just took one article just to put it at the top. His mom spoke highly of him. He was like a skateboard rider. He was. They say he was a good boy. He did run from the police. But they didn't give him the right to beat him the way they beat him. If y'all go and see the pictures of him in the hospital, these five police officers beat the mess out of him, put him in a coma for 3 days, and he passed away on January 10th. That broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it like, we always talking about the other, they doing it, but you know what? They both, all police is grimy to me. What do y'all think about that?
Not all, but yeah, the
The
system is
people
the system.
versus the police.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
But The another thing
system
too,
the system
yeah,
has always have been corrupt.
another thing too, like the police, we got to go about his origins. It was not here to protect us. They started as slave catchers when we was running from the
Talk
plantation for
to
freedom. So, and they don't change that. They consistently do that. And another thing is, we can't do the same thing that our counterparts do because it wasn't made for us to do so. So I don't know why they thought that was going to be a good idea, but one of them should have at least been like, you know what, we can't do this, and we damn sure not gonna get away from it. But you know what black men think when they think they have power? They think, oh, I can get away with it.
And that's a fact.
the
But you know what,
fact.
y'all? All five of them was charged with murder today. But let me tell you this.
And
That happened
kidnapping.
on
And
January.
kidnapping. And
Yeah,
kidnapping.
and kidnapping. Look, that happened January 10th of 2023. And see how fast they already convicted them? But any other cases, it takes a while, a 3 to a year or so. They was, it said it today for murder. Anyway, but yeah, it's very sad, y'all.
To back that up, the young man was, before he passed away, he was screaming out "Mom, Mom," which was like heart
Yeah,
wrenching
she
to
did
me.
say
Like
that too, sweetheart. She said that's all she can remember.
That's terrible.
Don't nobody else want to talk
Yeah, that's
about it?
sad.
That's
Nobody
That's
else
up,
want to
yo.
talk about it, or y'all reading on?
nah, because it's just
Because it's
wow, it's
real
just
deep. You know what
wild.
I mean?
It is wild, and like you said, the cops out there is crazy. I remember, I think I got away. Well, I didn't say get away. I think the cop listened to what I said because something happened. Car or something. He picked me up, and I was like, hey, he's like, you awful quiet, and I was just like, I'm not the talkative type. Of course, I'm not talkative type to a cop. And he was like, well, what's the issue? I was like, hey, man, don't take this disrespectfully, man, but hey, for real, y'all really ain't got a good reputation, especially with African Americans. And I'm African Americans, and I'm in your car. He's like, but you're not arrested or anything. I said, yeah, but the fact is man, he was like, well, not all cops are like that, young man. He's like, I hate that it comes down that we got the reputation like that. I said, true though, but are you the type of person that's gonna step in if you saw your coworker doing that? And he was quiet. So I was just like, I take your quietness as, yeah, you probably would let that shit slide, So yeah.
Situations like this make me think of like some TV shows and how they portray cops to be like these Captain Saber's. But there's this show on Netflix called Lucifer, and I think the last season that just came out, season 6, Amenadiel, who's supposed to, he's the, so in this show there's the god is white, but then all of his children are all ethnicities. But the one that comes to Earth who portrays the devil, he's white, and then his angel is a black man named Amenadiel. And Amenadiel eventually becomes a part of the police force because of one of the friends that died. But in that, he learned that one of the officers who trained him who only stayed an officer because she was helping black kids, black moms, or black people that way. Because when we move up in the chain from a police office to detectives or something, they sent us to predominantly white neighborhoods, to Alaska or some shit. So she was saying that even as a police officer is hard. And there was one particular episode where a young woman was on the run because her boyfriend was killed, and the officer, well, Amenadiel took the time to actually investigate, and he learned that the girl was innocent. But the what you call him, um the captain tried to frame the young woman who was innocent as being a part of, oh, it's black on black crime. And he was like, well, this is the first thing they do if someone is shot or killed in their apartment in what they call a bad neighborhood. They automatically assume it's a crime, it's drug or whatever related. But Amenity was like, that's the only way we as officers can help is if we stay here in our neighborhood and use the badge for good. But if the captains are corrupt, they don't really have a chance. And so Amenadiel actually challenged his captain, which I'm hoping they kicked the captain's ass because the captain was racist. But that was one thing I thought was interesting, how they put it into TV shows to show, like if they become a detective or anything, it's not gonna be for us. It's gonna be for Becky and them up north.
well, I think that it's funny
That
that
was deep.
we're.
That was deep, yo. Now go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think it's funny that we're having this conversation because I was just having this conversation with someone I was leaving work with. So I was saying that sometimes in certain demographics, a black person under a badge or under supervision isn't always the best face. And what I mean by that is, like, sometimes they get so caught up in the I have a position and I have entitlement that they lose sense of what that platform is created for. So, for example, i.e., like, why isn't it that you're trying to change the narrative? Why are you moving as if your counterparts are moving? So, yeah, you've seen a white man beat a black man to death. So now you're a black officer and you feel as though you can do the same thing. And or you get a black woman in power who's at a medical office and now she's throwing her weight around, she's talking bad about everybody at the office, she's not creating a format to which changes the narrative to where black and brown faces can be respected and can unite on one front, which is actually really, really sad.
Yes, and if we want to take that as deep further, say a black man joined the police force, and all of his counterparts aren't, let's say, on our side, they will get him transferred or fired because he want to do what's right.
Correct. So I just feel like there needs to
I'm with
be a format in which that we united as one front can also agree that, okay, once I get to a certain point in my career, if I'm able to change the narrative, I'm going to do so.
I say we just kill them all, but don't nobody want to follow my lead on that.
Oh
Yes,
Lord.
Oh
100%
my
about it.
God, who said that? Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Gonna come
so
after
wait
hip
a
hop
minute. So
songs.
y'all
Go ahead.
they
Allegedly.
being tried already? I mean
Allegedly, all
Go
that
they
ahead, Serenity.
so they
entertainment
been giving their
purposes only.
charges already?
Yeah, I was wrong. Go ahead,
Yeah,
King.
they got the chart. They got a bond too. They got bonds, so they've been arrested and everything, which is normally don't happen to
Wow.
police. They usually
Right.
get administrative leave, and you know what I'm saying. But
About a year or two.
the
Right.
black cops get presented like criminals, which they are criminals. But you know what I mean.
Correct.
But
Wow.
yeah, they got bonds. They bonds like 250,000. I think a couple, one or two of them bonded out already though.
Was just
Yeah.
totally different than what we used to.
Exactly. Usually they get administrative leave and they get to
They
be
got to
home.
They
They
get
go
their
on
investigate.
vacation. They
pension.
go on vacation and
They
shit.
get their pension. They get all that.
Yeah, they have to investigate. Ain't that
That's
what they
true.
tell us? They
Uh
have to
huh.
investigate. Yeah. Wow. I mean, I'm not condoning it. I'm just
But
looking at the
but you know
difference.
what's crazy? But you know what's crazy though? It don't seem like I still think us as a people we still gotta treat it like if it's we not treating it like as if it's if it was a white if it was white police it
Let's
would
talk
be a
about it.
headline. It'd be a headline.
Yep.
So I think
Yeah.
we should treat it the same
That's a
way
fact.
that do whatever. I'm not saying I'm not with the protest and shit, but why nobody ain't protesting? Go to the police
Right.
station and protest. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Do
it's
what y'all
black
been
people.
doing because it's black people. It's not a headline, but if it was five white cops, it would have been a major thing. So I think we should still major.
I
You know what
think,
I'm
That would have
saying?
been
because I
down.
It
think
That
is.
would have
They
been
should be
honestly,
all
talking
house
about.
right now. Everybody would have been talking about
yeah,
it today. Nobody
Yeah,
talking about
because
that.
the thing is us against the police. That shit don't stop. That shit been going on forever.
that's what I'm about to
Correct.
say.
You know what I mean?
That's a
I think
system.
the fight. I think what people be pushing a lot of times where it be a big deal. It always be about it's always race. It's always like a white
It's
pain.
race when
A
it's a
lot of
big deal.
people, I think a lot of people don't care or worry about the system. They just look at, oh, nah, it's
It's
racist cops in the system.
systematic.
Absolutely,
It's
They
a
don't think
absolutely.
it's a system
systematic.
issue. A lot of these
Right.
people don't think it's a system issue. They think it's a individual issue. When in
Right.
reality, it's a systematic problem. And that's why they don't mention when it's black people because they're like, oh, nah, well, I don't know. And some people want to shy against it because their plight is different. Everybody has an agenda. Their agenda, so a lot of people who be talking all this shit, their agenda is to push race issues. They don't want to
Hmm.
really push the bigger issue, which is the police force. Period. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Absolutely.
think that's what's going
That's
They
the
on.
like a
issue.
game. It's
That's
like a
the issue.
game.
You know what I'm saying? Because let's be clear. We got some black cops that's more dickheads than the white cops. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fact. They exist. They do extra shit more than white police
When did this
at
happen, y'all?
times.
Because like you said, nobody's talking about it. Like this.
This happened. I think the kid
January the
died.
10th.
He
Oh,
died
he died
January
January
10th,
the 10th. So it happened the 7th? Yeah, the 7th,
like
because
the
he died
7th.
3 days
Yeah. So
later.
the kid, I think something happened. I don't know if it was a traffic stop. He got pulled over. He ran from the police. They caught him, and I guess they felt
That's
like, well, he
horrible.
made me run, so they
You
beat
gonna
him
be
down.
punished, right?
Well, but it's
That's horrible.
it's. I mean, this is Gordon's boyfriend speaking. Um, I was recently in jail, pretty recently, because we had gotten into an argument.
Don't implicate, but yeah.
And somebody had called the police, and in California, if somebody calls the police and there's a like domestic dispute, right? Like somebody needs to go to jail. That's just like how it works. But I'm a white man. Um, so just being like as privileged as I am, the entire time I was thinking like, holy shit, if I was not who I am, I would be so fucked. Like I would be so incredibly fucked.
But that's not what they're talking about, baby.
No,
So
but it
are
is.
so are you
It
trying to
is.
so are you trying to say you
No,
enjoy that you're privileged, or like
no,
what
no, no,
what
no, no. Hold on,
Oh,
No,
hold
oh
on.
I
no,
Hold
don't
I
on.
that's
think
think
he's
he's
false.
trying
just
to
No,
saying
no,
say.
he's
no, no, no,
aware
no.
of
I
I
it.
think
yeah,
he's
I
No, no,
think
no,
being
he's
no.
I
I
false.
think
think
he
I think he was going
understands
at.
it. He
I think
understand. He's saying he
he was
understands it.
explaining
Yeah,
he
he
was
understands
explaining
it.
his he was explaining
Right.
how uncomfortable, how bad his experience is, knowing that he is a white person here in
Right.
America, and he do have that privilege
He
of
understands
being
it.
white in America. And he's like, damn, if I wasn't white, imagine what could have just happened to
Exactly.
me
Exactly.
outside of that. I think
Exactly.
that's what he's
Like
Which
getting
is
at.
an
You know
awareness a lot of white people don't
no,
have. So
it's
I commend you for
exactly. So I
Yeah, I
appreciate
no
you
respect that.
because
for
because
I
I
respect you. I
acknowledging that,
respect you
brother.
and
the
acknowledging that.
Yes,
next
sir. I
okay.
I
appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for that, y'all, because I'm slow.
Nah, it's okay. Nah, he's an ally. I could
no
tell he's
because
an
I
ally.
because I because I sat next to people while I was in a holding cell, like people freaking the fuck out because they couldn't get out. I had a fucking 50K bail. So to get my bail bonds out, like, I had to have some money in the bank, right? But
But
like,
they're not talking about race, baby. They're talking
no,
about the
but
system.
well,
It's
systematically
a part. It's
though,
a part. It's a part of
No,
it.
he's
Though.
talking. Go, keep
Yeah,
going. Yeah.
Race,
I'm
I heard that.
talking. No, no, I'm
race plays a
talking
part of it. Yeah,
systematically. Like
Now
as
right.
a
go ahead.
privileged
Go ahead.
white person, I was able to fucking get out. If I was not, I also would have been I would have been treated very fucking differently by the fucking police that showed up here.
That's
Like
correct.
that is
That's true.
100% correct. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that is so fucked up. Like the fact that
True.
like the fact that like they were like, oh, like we'll like very comfortably put these handcuffs on you, like that's not that's this whole fucking thing is not okay, right? And then I was sitting there in the holding cell and listening to people on both sides of me just fucking screaming, like losing their fucking minds because they knew that they could not possibly leave.
I mean,
And
yeah.
I was in a place of fucking privilege where I could, like, that made me feel like fucking shit. Like I
You'll get
know
lost in the computer system
I
downtown.
I understand, I get that, but like fuck, like that is the shit that makes me start to lose my goddamn fucking mind. That is the shit that starts to make me lose my goddamn mind. And to like, okay, like that is the stuff that starts to like radicalize me. Like, not radicalize me, but like to a point that oh fuck. Like, okay, like we need to band together as people, right? Like not as any like white people fucking suck. Like like the fact that I can just
I think people suck in
no,
general.
people suck in general, but the fact that like I can be brought down to a police station and like, oh, like we're gonna very politely fucking cuff you and whatever, and then the fact that like this, like any black person or any person of color can get stopped for a traffic violation and just fucking die.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so
Right,
fucked. That is so fucked. Like, like, like
right. Yeah,
I didn't choose to be white. I was just
right.
born white. Like I won the lottery on that shit. Like that's whatever. But
But
Not
like,
the
cause
lottery.
Not
that's
the
the
Not the
lottery.
fucking
lottery.
truth. I that is I want that is the truth. I won them. I won the
Who's that?
I won
Who's
the
that?
fucking
Uh,
melatonin, like
who,
the melatonin,
who's that?
like genetic
The black
lottery.
one.
Like okay,
That's it.
whatever,
Talking. Hey,
because my
yo,
Yeah.
what's your name? What's your name, brother? Gordon boyfriend. What's your name? I want to call you Gordon
his
boyfriend.
name's Kevin.
Kevin Patrick.
All right, Kevin. Yeah, we appreciate your dialogue. We appreciate you standing up, especially speaking against the system that's against that's doing out the other
The
people. You know what I mean? Our
oppression.
people wrong. The oppression. We appreciate you for speaking on that. We do want to have dialogue, and everybody want to speak. I understand your
Yeah,
passion
yeah,
and
yeah.
you talking. You're more than welcome to still chime in. I heard my man Hitter, I believe, wanting to chime in as well. So we gonna let everybody get a chance to speak. But we appreciate your words wholeheartedly. Thank you.
nah, I was just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Police is backed by like they're they backed by like one of the biggest unions. You know what I'm saying? That's where it starts from. You want to stop this shit, you go towards you attack the union. You know what I mean? Aside from that, like I don't give a fuck if it's white police, black police. I don't fuck with no police. And I ain't no gangster or nothing. I just seen enough through my life being a black man, and I'm good. Like I'm scared for any type of police that stop me.
Is
So
it Blackstone?
I don't you said
And
what?
and in addition to the union, they have access to the city money. So that money that's
Yeah,
used, the settlements and the bonds, that's coming from our
You better
tax
believe that's government funded.
in the
that's
city.
facts.
So they got unlimited resources, unlimited money, and even though it's limited to us.
And the
That's
government
facts.
is a system. So guess what? It's a systematic failure to do anything against that policy. So they going through government funding. So imagine you trying to stand up against them and the government. You're gonna lose all the time.
And I also think
That's a fact.
this shows like no matter what us as color people, black people, or whatever, that no matter what type of power we got, we always still gonna be down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because look at this situation, like how they get convicted so quick and the other people don't. You know what I mean? Like we always, no matter how they abuse it, they don't think of that type of shit. Like where no matter what, man, you just a little pawn out here because they not going to they not going to jeopardize their bottom line, and that's all I got to say.
I also think that it's a shame too, because a lot of these celebrities, like they have an ample amount of money, and if at least two of the richest celebrities come together and fund, even if they just find some of us and we rally together, we'll be unstoppable.
Oh yeah, that's been yeah.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
I think it takes a strong mind to also lead and follow. So I do believe in coming together and bonding, but at the same time, within those things must come trust, communication, a format, a plan, and sometimes everybody's not willing to fall into place and also lead and follow. So it's that's something that takes structure, time, and real commitment. So I don't feel like that's something that just you could say we could do, but that's something that has to be practiced.
Mm-hmm. It definitely, yeah, it definitely happened to me, and like I got so angry. I got so angry that I started getting like very That's not what like she's talking about. That's not what she's talking about. No, no, no. I started getting like very like not productive thoughts in my head um for a little while, and now I'm realizing like those thoughts of like fuck everybody, like I'm gonna just be angry, like I'm gonna like just be super pissed and just like fuck the police, like those sorts of thoughts, those aren't really productive. Like that's not gonna change anything. To actually change stuff, you're right. Like it's money. It's no, it's coming together. It's coming
That's
together
a fact.
to
That's a
make
fact.
a change.
And
To make
everybody,
a change. It's
everybody.
it's 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 getting people to come together to make a change. Through money though, that's the only way you do it.
So
Nah, it
what
Nah,
doesn't
nah.
take
I
It's
money.
more than money.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm sorry.
go
These
Yeah.
ahead,
And
King.
things
I
take
want everybody to
structure.
make sure y'all ping it up. Let's keep it going. But let everybody else, I want to hear everybody speak on
Right,
it.
right, right, right,
And
right.
everybody don't mute up because we have a couple of people. But I want everybody to speak on this and in y'all opinion. Yeah. But ping up because we should have a go.
And everybody find a topic. If y'all
That's a
can't find
fact.
a
And
topic
we'll put it to the
that y'all want to
top.
speak on. Yes, yeah. And make sure y'all join the Discord as well. Make sure y'all
I'm
follow
about
the
to ready to
club
put
if
it
you're
up
not
now.
following. Follow the mods as well. Follow anybody you resonate with. Yeah, great dialogue. It's dope that we all speaking from different sides of the spectrum. You know, and it is important for us to get together regardless on race, sexuality, gender, or whatever it is. We all should get together. Like minds should come together to attack the system. That's what I believe. So I'm gonna land on that though.
You know, it's funny because I was Hulu has this new series called 1619, and I watched the first episode today, and there was an interview with an older man. I think he was like 80 or something, but he was talking about how he marched with MLK, and it actually shed some light on the reason why that march happened, which I didn't know. But one thing he was talking about was when we first came over here as slaves in 1619, and in the first boat on Virginia, they had already had a plan for us, like God forbid if this happened. And then when Lincoln became president, and when Lincoln was like, okay, let's do emancipation, his intention with emancipation wasn't just to free us for us to be free. It was to free us and then get rid of us so they could reap the benefits. But then when we decided to stay and become soldiers, it was like, okay, well, maybe we can make this work. But then they had started to stand up, and then they started to do the desegregation and the civil rights stuff. So my connection is they had already had a plan for us. They had already had bought the land, also known as the ghettos, for us when we would leave out. So it's not like they didn't know what would happen. They had already planned just in case we became strong or we thought we wanted to be free.
Look at how the neighborhoods are set up, right? From 1970 to about right now. If you can actually get you a little map and just see how everything's set up, just like Mo just said, it's set up to a point where it's strategic in the way of we're going to separate the projects from the uppers, the low class from the middle class to the high class. And that's how it's been for centuries and still is to this day.
Like now, I live in Hyde Park. It's some rows of houses. I ain't never seen them on Zillow. I ain't never seen them online. And it's communities that literally have, like, they're built like you can't walk. The only way you can walk is if you cut through. Like you can't drive through, like you have to drive around and go
Gated.
in. Like it's not some places aren't accessible because they aren't meant to be accessible. And I'm done talking.
Gated communities. Yep.
It's worse. Like in West LA, I was trying to walk back from Culver City back to the east side, and literally no sidewalk, none, at all. Like it was all kinds of fucked up. Like that's just I'm gonna say on that part.
That's
Wow.
sad altogether. The whole article, just everything that took place. It's just really sad situation. And like you said, no coverage. Like, cause I hadn't heard anything about it. It's really really sad. Like you said that they're downplaying it. Which I still think it deserves the same media and exposure. Um, just yeah, it just upsets me.
I do feel as though that nothing goes unseen. So I do, you know, always trust in the process of due justice, regardless of not if we have a hand in it or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the spiritual aspect of me saying that in all due time, things will eventually catch up to you.
Okay, we're not gonna be quiet. Nobody else don't want to talk about it. Trigger. I didn't hear you, Professor Yaz. Uh, Larry, you did come up. Did you have anything to say? Did anybody else got anything to say? If not, we can go to the next topic. Tina.
Nah, I'm good.
What's the topic? Hey, fam.
I didn't even know that was you, Brooklyn. Lord Jesus.
Yo, listen,
You,
listen.
you
Uh,
Homeboy tried to get on me and stuff. He said he was gonna come to my house and beat my ass. I'm waiting for him.
Yeah, we doing hot topics tonight. So
Dead.
oh
What's
wow.
the topic? I wanna get in.
So it's hot topics. So I'm not for sure if you heard about it. It's a young black man uh that was beaten to death by five black police officers in Tennessee. His name is Tyree. I gotta get his name again. But yeah, so in Tennessee, he was beaten on January the 7th. He was in a coma for 3 days. He passed away on January the 10th.
It's
So
Nichols, Queen. I think that's how you
yeah,
say it.
you said what,
I
baby?
think his last name's Nichols. I think that's how you say it.
Nicholson,
Yeah.
Nicholson. There you go. Thank you, baby. So yeah, so it's really sad. Go ahead and you're gonna go ahead and Google it anyway. Go look at it. It's very sad. So we were just talking about, you don't see really nothing going on. Nobody talking about it. Don't nobody, not even our people's talking about it. Really, ain't nobody talking about this young black boy. Got beaten by five black police officers, and he died. So we don't see nobody talking about it. I thought that should have been in the whole hallways, and I was really surprised it wasn't. But yeah, that's what we was talking about. Go ahead and look it up, babe.
I actually have a question for y'all. Why do y'all feel okay? So yeah, why do y'all feel like this needs to make headlines as much as the white on police officers on black? Like if they were white, why do y'all think that?
Great question. Anybody?
It
Police
needs the same
brutality.
coverage. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
about the police. You're still supposed to be a person that's sworn to protect and serve. It's horrifying no matter what race it is. Why are five people on one person and beating a person so bad that they literally pass away? It's about the fact that you wear this uniform and that's how you're conducting yourself. So yes, it should get the same coverage, the same fucking outrage because somebody died.
If y'all want, I could put the article back up, but I was trying to give somebody else time to talk about it. But I think this is very deep. I'm sorry.
I just feel like as a nation, we have been desensitized to these things. We are overly consumed with death. Every time you turn around, school shooting, black people dying, white people dying, children dying by the hands of their mothers. Like you have to understand that at some point, and I hate to say this because I'm coming from the health field, you see so much and you are exposed so much to these things that It no longer bothers you. I know how sick that may sound, but you ever as a kid get so many ass whoopings, the day your mother come in the room and whoop your ass, you are immune to that shit. You just looking at her like, why the hell you beating me? I can't feel it no more. This is what this does. Honestly, I do feel like it still need to be the same results and same outpour and same attention given, but what is going to change is the question.
Nothing's gonna change. We finna be killing each other till the time the day ends.
Well,
That's the sad part about it. It's supposed to be
you
a
gotta
sign.
have hope.
Let me
It's
put the
supposed
article back up.
it's supposed to be a sign to change, but instead we just indulge in it even more. You would think that after all these killings and people would like not want to do it because when we think about it, like we would never kill nobody. Like that's crazy. But then it's like more people doing it like it's a game or something. So it's like it's really it's mental health around here.
Is justice getting removed today? Am I getting roofed today? Let's talk about it.
If you need to
God,
be,
Not the
you will
topic.
be.
am I
No,
getting
Moving
roofed
on.
yeah,
today,
we
Nah,
You're
baby?
not. They're not the
nah, see,
topic
no,
right
we
now,
having a
bro.
nah, just
yeah,
as
we
our
having a
people,
dialogue, baby.
nah, just as our people though. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, for those who
He
don't
ain't
know,
the
Nah,
topic.
hold on.
yeah,
I know he
just
ain't the
as our
topic.
Alright, alright,
just as our
alright,
we got deep
alright,
dialogue tonight,
alright,
yo. We got deep dialogue
alright.
tonight, man.
Gun,
So,
you know I'm at, Manny. Come on, King.
you already know. Salute to you, brother. You
Alright,
already know.
salute, King. Peace to the kings and queens in the room, man.
Hey, yo, come through. Yo, come through tomorrow night, man. Fucking up Fridays. We got a new game show that we doing. We play. You know what I mean, so that's the turn up.
Nah,
You
but
heard?
I'm all about the build up. Nah, we
Oh
can
yeah,
do.
you. No, no, no,
okay,
no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
okay.
I know now. You are though.
All
You
right,
are. You
so
are. You are.
y'all,
You are. So,
Manny, can you go ahead and give a recap or let them know what's going
I
on,
want the
babe?
queen. I wasn't.
shit.
All
Now I'm peeing. Hold on. All
right,
right.
all right. Well,
Welcome
go. No,
home,
you
hip
good.
hop
You good. You
zone,
good. Go
zone,
ahead, bro.
zone, zone. This is Open Topic Thursday. You know, this is where we just everybody bring a topic that interests them. You know what I mean? Bring it to the table. Right now we talking about Queen's topic. She was the first one. It's a deep topic. I I don't want to chop it up, but basically some black officers, I believe, attacked and murdered some young black kids, and then they're not getting, they're getting hit with certain stipulations that the other people don't normally get hit with, and it's kind of it's causing an issue or whatever. But she gonna bring up Green gonna bring up the topic or the article up top to get to that. But everybody could grab a topic. You can put it in the chat, and then we could talk about it, have dialogue about it. This is a deep one. We've been going about almost an hour on this topic right here. It's deep, man. So if anybody want to chime in, it's all good. Just keep it respectful. Allow everybody to kind of get their thoughts out before
Yeah, y'all go ahead
interjecting.
and
Let's
read
just
it
keep it
again if
respectful.
you got to.
All right.
Oh, y'all
Um.
know what time
I,
it is for me, so I just wanted to say good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night.
sweetheart.
Thank you for coming.
I thought it was
Bye.
Shadow
Bye.
time.
Good
Good night.
night.
Sleep
What's
tight.
going on,
Good night. Good
Brooklyn?
night.
Hey,
I
Who
love
said
love.
you.
Hey,
Sam?
sweetheart.
Who said good night?
Oh wow. He
All right. Yo,
breakfast
salute
in
to
the
Justice in
chat.
the zone.
Hey,
Justice,
Brooklyn, how you
Justice,
doing, little sister?
we
Hey,
definitely could
hey.
build on this as well. So the topic is
I
up
don't know
there.
if
The
he's saying you
article is up
Democrat,
there.
you a traitor. Period. So I don't think I'm gonna really mess with him today.
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
Um.
hold on,
Now
hold
we
on.
don't have to debate though. We don't have to argue with
Yeah,
each other.
yeah, we not
Everybody
doing
can
that.
speak they. Yeah,
That's
everybody
just a
can speak
topic I
they.
want to talk on.
Yeah,
That's it.
no,
He
no,
said
no.
Yeah,
So
you
go
mention
ahead and
your own
go read on
topic.
it
Already go.
first, Justice,
now you
baby.
good.
Mm.
Now you good. You know, we're not debating each other or nothing like that. I mean, we could give
But that's the
out
topic I
our
want to talk on.
opinions,
After
but
after whoever talk, that's what I want to talk on. That's it.
yeah, it's up
They
top.
ain't
It's up
running
top.
nothing though,
So
bro.
you
Like,
can
what's
read it,
going
and
on?
then we can talk about it, and then
No, Manny,
anybody
he's
else.
saying that's his topic, what he just put in
Yeah,
the
that
We gonna
chat.
talk
whatever
about
we
it
like,
after
yeah, when
after
it
Oh,
comes
I'm
when
finished
it,
with
well,
I
after
nine, bro.
after I do popcorn, after everybody talk, that's what I want to talk on. So that's my topic.
that's cool. We got you then. We got you then. We got you then. So I don't know if we a queen. I don't know if we doing in order type of style, or if we just like doing it randomly, or how we gonna do it. But you know, he do have a
Right, right, right.
article up
So
top.
we definitely want to keep the dialogue going. If anybody else, if anybody want to read on there, I did put the topic up there. I'll take it down. Um,
Yeah, I
uh,
did. You told me to read up on it, Queen,
okay, well,
and
go ahead, baby.
I've
It's
been
on
trying to.
you. It's on you,
Oh,
babe.
go ahead, and Brooklyn, go ahead, read up on that. If anybody
No, I
want to talk while she's reading them, go
no,
ahead,
bro.
Brooklyn.
No, she
Like
said she
I
did,
want to
but
go
go
on.
ahead, Brooklyn.
Yeah, I was trying to say something to the statement that was before me before it started getting all hectic. Now, just somebody saying that it's not going to change. Nothing is going to change because it's brought to light. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Every time you get cases like this, some of us do something. There's something that clicks in somebody in their community that make them want to do something better. You know what I mean? So let's not, what I'm saying, oh well, that's another black man down. No, let's not do that. Okay. But I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Every black man on this planet, every human being on this planet means something. You know what I'm saying? It matters to someone. That man had a family. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's irrelevant because systematically you don't see the change up front. That's not what's gonna happen. Not at all. Even when we seen Rodney King get his behind beat in front of everybody, and he wouldn't lay down. We all took offense to that. That's when the riots started. So is people out there willing to go forward with this? You got people who's ready in their houses and they guns and they stuff to make movements. You got a whole bunch of stuff that's going on in the background that people ain't seeing in the forefront. Don't
Yeah,
lose
but
hope
ain't
on that.
nobody talking about this one, Brooklyn. That's what we
Yeah,
talking about.
but
Ain't
no, I
nobody
know.
talking about it.
No, I get it, Queen. I get it. But then there's people who are talking about it. You just on the wrong platform for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. And yeah, well, push the envelope. You see ain't nobody talking about it? Push the damn envelope. Cause not for nothing, yeah, it gets news. And not a lot of people, not even a lot of black men, I'm gonna say on this one, get news for it. But even with the when they get killed by white folks and white police officers, do they get any shine? They don't get that much shine either. There's a lot of them compared to what you see on on news and in your newspaper or whatever like that. It's a lot. It's a lot you gotta look up. They dying every day out here.
That's true. That's true. Even the woman. I have
Yeah,
another
even
one.
the women.
That woman that cop punched in the face 3 times for no reason, but I don't want to talk about that yet.
Yeah. So I don't want to say that there's no hope, but I want us to break the chain of um how we're systematically separated. You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes us not get the news that we need. Like we don't have our stories we told up front because we so much divided in everything. And by state, by city, by color, light, dark, everything. The Willie Lynch letters is still prominent today, and it's crazy because we know the information is given to us, but we still doing it. That's the reason why Homeboy ain't getting that much coverage. I can tell you who got much more coverage than he did. Homegirl that went to Mexico, she got more coverage. She got more coverage than an innocent one that went there and just, bro. I can't. And Queen, you absolutely right. You know what I mean? You right. It is. There's a lot. There's a lot of injustice going on,
You're right.
and I get real fired up about this topic. So let me fall back on this one.
She had a point though. There's a lot of injustice going on when it comes to white cops killing a lot of individuals in urban areas, urban communities. When it comes to the black and the brown people, but there's not as much violence going on when it comes to black on black crime. Let's stop. Let's stop talking about the white officers killing. How about we're killing more of us than the white people are killing more of us? In the hood. The white people not coming to the hood, to my block, to my city, my town, killing my people. It's my people killing my people. Let's stop blaming the white man at the end of the day. It's all about these rappers creating these drill songs that's creating this type of low vibrational frequencies into our communities that's having us kill our own people. So what these you have an average of what 67 of black males or Hispanics being killed by white officers. How much more are we killing our own people?
Hey, yo,
Stop.
Justice, real quick, can I
Come
say
on,
something real
son.
quick?
Let's talk some real numbers, bro.
Yo, Justice, can I talk real quick, real quick? 'Cause I don't stop you for real. But the difference is the white police officers that are killing the black people. They are police
But it's
officers. They are
minute. It's
high.
many.
They
It's
are all.
minute.
They are But
is minute
they're
to what we're
supposed to
doing to
protect.
ourselves, my
No, but
nigga. Come on,
they're supposed to.
King.
No, the reason why it's an issue and a big issue is because they're hired to
They're
protect
supposed to
and
hold
serve.
the,
They're getting
the oath
funded.
of Constitution. Yeah,
Right.
we're supposed to
That's
hold
why
the
it's an
oath of
issue.
office and all that other shit, but it's cool.
Yeah, we can't compare
Well, my nigga, we're
citizens
doing
with
much more damage than they are,
officials.
King. We cannot deny that fact.
I mean,
We are doing much more damage, my
disagreeing
nigga.
with that part of it, but I'm just saying the reason why people is at uproar when
Well,
police do
why are
something
we
is
not at
because
uproar with
they're
ourselves,
supposed to
my nigga?
protect. You
Why
know
are
what I
we
mean?
not at uproar with
That's true though.
ourselves in our own
That's
community,
true.
my nigga? Come
That's a
on, man.
fact.
I don't know if y'all gonna disagree
I
with me,
really
but
hate
why
the
are we
black
not
on
an
black
uproar with
crime
ourselves?
argument, but I'm a
Why
land.
is it that we're copping music that's promoting fucking killing our own people to the point where I listened to an interview with Tupac the other day, and Tupac went to the fucking Interscope Records and he says, "Y'all want to put this track out?" And Tupac says that, "Yo, let's go get these Jewish hoes and it's gonna fuck these black bitches." And the fucking company told him, "No, the Jewish hoes take that out, but the black bitches keep it in." And you know Tupac did? He removed the Jewish hoes out of his track and kept the black bitches in. The
But
fuck we
ain't that the
then we went
problem?
to go cop that music, bruh.
Yeah,
Come
but you
on,
know
bro. We're not doing that.
that's the justice. That's the problem. When you have a person like I don't even know if that's I never heard of that
There's an
story, right?
interview
But
with
let's say
Tupac.
that
Do your research, my
no,
nigga.
so we have a person, so we have a person who's compromising his art for whatever reason, right? And that's an issue as
We all
well.
do it
So
nowadays.
we shouldn't we all not some I mean not all,
If
but
you
a lot
like
of
drill
people
music and you're
compromise
purchasing that
themselves.
type of music, my nigga, and you're
You know what I
supporting
mean?
these drill rappers, then you're part of the problem.
Right.
You're not part of the solution. I'm gonna call Zebra a fucking zebra at the end of the day, bro.
Right on, right on, right on.
Come on, bro. Come on. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Somebody in this room, please tell me I'm wrong. Please, somebody.
Yeah, no, I'm no. Yeah,
Nah, you right.
this is
Nah, you
this.
right. You right.
I'll
You're
You
right.
I'll
just
wait.
can't have.
We're not leaving.
I got an
No,
Now
8-year-old
you.
daughter, bro. Somebody
no
tell me I'm
justice,
wrong.
justice.
Nah,
We're not
hey, yo,
saying you're wrong, bro. Not at
you're not
all.
wrong, but you're
But
not wrong. But it's tough to have a dialogue and a back and forth if
yeah,
Hey
somebody.
yo,
that part.
man.
We ain't
Hey
gonna
yo,
be arguing about that, bro. We're not gonna
I'm
be
that
arguing
It's
kind
about
hard to
that,
have
bro.
a
We
dialogue,
in
of
agreement
once
with
I
that,
say two words, you start talking
right?
over. So I'm
I
let you
don't know.
know.
But yeah, those black men, those black men. Let me tell you, that's the reason. The reason. Let me talk about this because this is gonna piss me off. All right. I don't know if you ever go listen to Malcolm X when he said there's a field niggas and there's house niggas. Okay. All right.
Who's talking right now?
Because
Who's that?
this is
Okay,
Brooklyn.
okay. Go ahead, baby.
What
My
you mean,
fault. Go
Joe?
ahead, baby.
I you know what I'm saying? And those police officers are house niggas. Okay. That's how I
They
feel about
bought. They
them.
bought.
Oh yeah, they are. They are. Because when the house Negro knows that the house is on fire, he like, we's gotta save the house, master. Yeah, it's a we thing. Okay? That master don't care whether or not he burned up in that house or not. He's still talking about, well, our house about to burn, master. Yeah, that's what them black men get. Because not for nothing, now they over there terminated. But them white officers, they'll do the same thing. And they won't get that same punishment though. That's where I'm you gotta understand where you at. And I'm pretty sure they made that choice a long time ago. Okay? When they put that suit on. All right? When they went to the academy, they did all of that. They knew what they was getting themselves into. Did they back out on it? Probably not. They probably, yeah, master, we up in here together. They did that joint. Okay? So I get mad when I see something like that and I see this article. I
As
really
you
do,
should,
because we gotta
baby.
go on right
As you
as we
should.
should. Right. Because those are the ones doing that. I'm a field
Right.
Negro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know that right now. Not a house one.
I'm a
So
I'm a
that's the reason
field
why I get
Negro
upset
too.
with
Let's get it.
articles like that. I don't know, Gordon. I don't know. Is that a topic you wanted to talk about, Gordon?
What happened? So hold on. So how do we educate with language? All right. So all right. Hold on. I'm trying to see. Somebody said they put something in the chat.
Yeah, that was the question. How do we educate with language? I don't
Nah,
understand what
someone
you
said
mean by,
justice. Somebody said justice put something in the
no,
chat.
not oh yeah,
But
Justice did.
yeah,
But
somebody said that
yeah, but
a
I don't know
while
what
ago. But
happened.
But okay, so educate with language, right? So like we
But
all come
anybody
from
can bring anything to the table. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a fact. It don't have to be the same thing,
That's
y'all.
a
Let's not.
fact. It's open top.
I'm
Go
ready to
ahead.
have
Go
some.
ahead,
I'm looking
boy.
for a goofy. I'm looking for a goofy.
Okay.
I'm looking for something goofy to talk about. I ain't gonna lie. Watch.
But so when it comes, so there's reference points with when it comes to language, especially the English language, because like the entire English language was created to suppress and control. And so like when we use those reference points, like everyone has their own version of that. Based on their upbringing, based on like where they come from, based on like what they know about like what words mean. How do we educate as a people like what the fuck is going on?
Gordy, you're saying that to say what, like my brother? Like you just said a whole bunch of something, but I just want to know what it means. What are you trying to say?
So like when it comes to the English language, you can use every word in any which way you want to, based on the culture or the references that you have. When it comes to legality, when it comes to like anything, and so
Can you
like
stop being scared? Like, say what you really want to say, brother. Like, real talk. This is a safe zone
Hey,
right
yo,
here. This is a
Justice,
safe
no no
place.
no,
Justice. Let
that's what
him.
I'm trying to say though is the fact
Let
that
him
we
do
use
it.
language to oppress people.
So you're asking how do we
Yeah, like
change the
what kind of
language?
language you talking about, my brother? Like, what kind of language
No,
you referring to?
Yeah, me
the,
too. I
the
want
the
to.
English language was created as a way of oppressing people.
So, would you
So
want me to speak
so
Spanish
like
with you? I don't understand.
no 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 no
I don't
no.
understand what
What
he's
I'm
trying
saying
to
is
say,
what I'm
Papa.
saying what I'm
Y'all
saying
gotta
is
listen
when
to what he's
No, baby,
saying.
I
Y'all
am.
taking
That's
the
why I'm
wrong
continue
way.
asking him
Y'all
questions
keep.
because
Y'all.
Go
he's not making
ahead.
total sense.
Nah.
Hold on. Y'all keep on jumping in.
Right.
Every time he said he's trying to get to his point, he haven't even landed yet. But y'all all, every last one of y'all will want
That's a
My
somebody.
fault.
fact.
My
Y'all
fault. My
let
fault.
me
My
land.
fault.
Let
My
me
fault.
land.
My fault.
Let
My
me
fault.
land. Let me
My fault.
land.
Let's
no,
let
all
him
good,
land. Let's
Come
let
all
on,
him
good,
yo.
land.
all good, all good. But what I'm
Let's
saying is, so
go.
yeah, like when it comes to language, right? That it's the language that we use to create our reality, and so we all come from different reference points when it comes to language, and so the English language, in its origin, was created as a way of oppressing the people that were like lower or like in the like lower classes, and so because to understand it, yeah, it's systematic. So like when you talk about systematic, we're talking about language and how to relate to people. Because like what like one word means to you might mean something completely different to me. Based on our reference points, based on my like life experience or your life experience, like that's how this entire thing was created. Was that fact that like you're able to use language in a way to oppress people, and but not being able to understand that's the whole legal system, that's whole the whole everything, and that's where like I personally am trying to like figure out like how to fucking fix this shit because it's so fucked up.
Can anyone break down what he's trying to say, please? Anybody, please? I'm very intelligent, but can somebody break that down, please?
I mean, so if nobody understands it and nobody can
No,
answer
I
it, we
do
can just
understand
kind
where
of
he's
just
trying to
keep
go
moving
with it,
on.
but please break it down for us, please, King.
Yeah, but you're being condescending about like that. That right there was condescending. But Gordon,
Oh, I'm
if
sorry.
you like to explain, if you like to explain it a little bit more, um, and then
Yeah.
we can kind of move along with the convo, and everybody else could bring out their topics because we spend a lot of time on this topic. But yeah, go ahead.
When it so the legal system is, especially in America or England, so I'm English by origin, but so the way that you use language in the legal system is interpreted, based on, you can argue different points based on like words. So like that is the systemic root of everything, is the fact that like the English language can be so interpreted in different kinds of ways based on whoever has the loudest voice. And then we all have our own interpretation of it. So like when it comes to communication, like we all of us have different reference points. And so that is how lawyers and like all the whole government, like the whole system works when it comes to legalities, is the fact that like the English language is so up for interpretation based on whoever can like, convince somebody of something else. Um,
I fucking love you. Hey, yo, Gordon, I've been giving you a hard time. I agree with everything you just said. I just followed you. Make sure you follow me back because you're very fucking intelligent. Just to break it down and I've been giving you a hard. I was giving you a hard time. I'm sorry, Gordon,
no, no, you're
but
good. Like I can
I
handle
agree with
anything.
everything you were just saying. It's just that a lot of times, individuals won't be able to comprehend the type of vocabulary that you'll be dispersing out. Not calling anybody ignorant or stupid in any sense, but it's like at the end of the day, pretty much what you're trying to say in layman terms is that the definitions that we've been given and we've been abiding by in the English dictionary
Yep.
when it comes to the Webster, due to the simple fact that when a person calls himself, I'm black man and I'm proud, when you look at the definition of black, it means ignorant, lacking knowledge. It means a lack of light. And we define ourselves by these English modern words because the English language is the most modern language that there is known to man because I mean, this country's only been around for what 250 years. We're the most modern country that there is. So when it comes to the most modern language, and mind you, the English language is always evolving to the point where I can come and say, yo, I'm about to head to the crib. I'm gonna go get some lettuce so that way we go cop some cabbage and we're gonna be good. The average person be like, you're gonna go to the crib, get some lettuce so you can cop some you gonna make a sandwich for the baby? And it's just like, no, I'm about to go to the crib, I'm about to go to the house to get some bread so that we can cop some bud so we can burn. So it's like the English language is always steady evolving to the senses that it's like it's putting us in a certain box to the sense. But not only that, but the government understands this, and we're allowing ourselves to vote these words to the dictionary itself, just to not capitate ourselves, but just to place ourselves into a certain criteria, certain box, just to limit our expansion of our mindset and our mind capacity, and it keeps us in a certain criteria in a certain lane that just dumbs us the fuck down. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but Gordon, I feel like you were touching on a topic right there. I just feel like a lot of people sometimes you have to like dumb shit down in layman terms so people can understand you, but I understood you completely. So I was giving you kind of a hard time, but I agree with everything that you said. And I hope that everybody in here understood what I said so that way we can give some type of props to Gordon, please.
I don't need props. I just want everyone to be okay.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Peace and justice for that. Peace to
Hmm.
Gordon for
Thank
that. You
you.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Peace to
I'm
everybody
I'm
else.
gonna
And
shut
peace
up
to
on
Is that
that.
another topic? Because we're gonna go off of this because I don't think people is getting to what I'm
I
actually
got one
saying.
queen.
Go ahead, baby, because they're not looking at what I'm saying. But go ahead, baby.
I got one. I'm gonna
Okay,
post it.
baby. Thank
This
you.
is
Yeah,
one
let me
that
get
I
off of that.
saw on TikTok that kind of upset me, which I just don't understand. When a person asks for help, they need help. And I don't know if you guys heard about the Massachusetts nurse that's a mom that murdered her two children.
That's
Tried to
crazy.
kill the third one, dealing with postpartum psychosis. I just want to know, like, why did they leave this woman unattended with these kids? Because she basically tried to jump to her death and was unsuccessful jumping from the second floor. Right now, the 8-month-old is fighting for his life. And I'm not understanding if this woman was going to therapy 5 times a week, why would y'all leave her unattended with these children?
And you know what? The young lady that just left out of here, she was saying the same thing. I forgot her name. What was her name?
Was it
Who's
Sam?
Sam?
Yeah, she was just
Yeah.
was saying that. She was saying that too. But go ahead, sis. Talk about it.
But yeah, it's just frustrating. I just feel like they feel not necessarily even her, but just the kids. Like y'all left her in her care, and you know that she's in psychosis, meaning that she's not in reality. Why in the heck would y'all leave her unattended with these babies?
Because the
Is
system is telling everybody, sis.
When it comes
and
to the, go ahead, my.
no, you go ahead, you go ahead. It's just sad. It just
Don't
upsets
nobody give
me.
a damn about nobody else's child unless it pertains to their child. That's how I
I
feel.
think at the end of the day, especially when it comes to motherhood, people don't be taking the mental health of moms real serious. It's like a, well, this what you signed up for, so just figure it out. Like You're talking, you saying psychosis. That's past postpartum depression.
Right.
That's she's not even literally mentally bonding with her kids right in that space.
Right.
And like you said, this that should have been taken. Shit like that upsets me because it was right in y'all's fucking face, and now they're gonna act surprised. Then, oh my god, how could she do this? But all the warning signs was there. Like they failed them damn babies. They failed them. That's ridiculous.
I mean, and that's how I feel like even to the point down to the husband. Come on, sir. Now you live with your wife and you see she's overwhelmed and she's basically told you she's checked out. She's seeing a psychiatrist. They y'all don't agree 5 times a week. This woman has checked out. Why in the hell would y'all leave her unattended with these babies and think that she's gonna think normal?
Now, Serenity,
No.
do we blame it? Do we blame it on the social services not coming to take these kids away, or do we blame it on the family not coming into place and saying, "Hey, you're not in the right stable mind. We gonna take your kids from you know what I'm saying? Our Puerto Rican, our black
Everybody.
grandmother." So hold
Everybody
on,
pretty
wait, wait.
much
Do we
kind of
blame it on
felt.
the white person, the social services not coming to take the babies away, or the family members saying, "Bitch, you ain't right in the mind right now. Go get some fucking help. We're gonna take the babies from you, and we're gonna take what you get better." Who do you blame?
If she
Okay,
I
but let me
had,
blame
just.
everybody.
You know
Somebody should have
what?
stepped
Social
in.
services is not white people anymore. Let's talk about that.
yeah, I see
You
more
got
black
more
Yeah.
caseworkers
black
than
people.
anything.
Let's talk about it. You got black
Yep.
social workers. They are
Yeah.
failing these kids,
I say that because
and
everybody wants to blame a
that's
white man and a
Nah,
white
but the
government
It's
system
as
not
being
is
even
those
that
people.
the
That's
because
why.
we
system
don't
is
know that
not.
she had that
But
support
white
system in
people.
the
But
first
the
place.
system is the
So
system. The social services is still a system that's rooted from the
Let's
you
talk
government.
right.
You know what I
You
about
mean?
right.
And
You
then
right.
it.
You
Let's
right. You
talk
right.
about it.
you feel
Yeah,
me?
but what I'm saying
But I
is,
feel like
what
this.
I'm
This is
saying
my.
is, if you walk into the social services,
Insurance industry,
you
insurance
got
industry,
you.
insurance industry.
Yes, you got the black social workers, and they
And
young, and they
who are
go
their
in there. They
bosses?
really not doing what they supposed to
Who are
do,
their
and
bosses?
they,
Come on now. So
yeah.
okay, but we're not about to make this a race
Exactly.
thing
I'm not.
because
I'm
it's
not
about
Nah,
doing
And,
that.
mental
and
health.
it
but I'm
shouldn't
just
She
saying
was in
and
a
it shouldn't be
it.
and it
postpartum
shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
psychosis. I don't know
Yeah.
anybody who's seeing a therapist every business day of the week. That doesn't
Right.
make any fucking
That's a
sense.
fact,
She
sir.
tried
Right.
to jump off a bridge
Right.
and nobody's hearing her.
Exactly.
This is the same type of thing. Mothers all over TikTok making videos talking about, I don't regret having my baby, but this shit is hard. And if I could, and people, well, you chose. It's that same attitude, that same shit. This is why people suffer in
So
silence
who's supposed to
That's
come help
true,
Right.
her?
baby.
Talk about
It
it,
don't
Who's
Tina.
whoever
supposed to
was
come
sitting
help
if
Yeah,
her?
she
it's
had a
true.
support system, they failed her. Her family failed her, the caseworker failed her,
Yeah.
the
Okay.
psychiatrist
Yep,
failed
But it's
her,
that's
family
her
true.
first, right?
husband failed
Family
her,
first.
everyone failed her. It's not even about the race. Everyone she
But
came in
family
contact
first,
with
right?
that then immediately set off alarms and run to save those kids fucking failed her,
But it's family
regardless
first,
of
right?
the
Family
race.
first,
They
baby.
all failed her. I'm not about to
Family,
make it about the race.
family
Everyone
first.
who encountered her failed,
Family,
failed,
family first,
failed.
right?
That's it.
Family first. Family first, right?
But that's
Family
assuming
Mm-hmm.
first,
she
right?
even had family. Not everyone
Oh,
has a
everybody
support
got family.
system to turn to. I'm sure
Well,
her
let's just
husband
say,
would
let's
have probably
Everybody
rather
don't have
sat
a
up with
support
her
system to
mom
turn
or
to.
yeah.
anybody
Everybody
Let's
got
and
just
had
say
her
family.
in
worst case
therapy for
scenario.
Everybody
years and
got
Everybody
years.
got
family,
And
but
I'm
they
family.
don't have a
You
support
wasn't born
system.
by yourself.
Let's
No,
go.
but
that's
if
not
Okay,
the
hold on.
point.
if
Oh my
the
God.
husband is the breadwinner and she's a stay-at-home mom, then maybe the kid should have been put in daycare and not allowed to stay there with her because she's already overwhelmed and she's
I agree.
psychosis.
I agree.
Why would you leave them
Right.
with
I
her?
agree. But everybody,
Huh?
everybody has family, baby. We all have family. Come on now.
No,
That's not
everybody does
not
not have
everybody has good
family.
family. You
No.
don't know the
No,
story.
everybody
There's
got
at least
family, but
one person
everybody
in the
don't have
family,
the
man.
support
Everybody got their good
system.
grandma.
If that
Everybody
makes
got their
sense.
good
Not
grandma,
Nah,
their
everybody
big
in your
mama.
Everybody do not
family,
have
Come
the
not
on,
support
Not
everybody
system.
in your
everybody.
family is supportive. Not
Some
come
of my
everybody.
family
on.
lives
Listen
several
to me.
states
Not
away.
that's the
everybody in
point.
your family
Like,
support
let's
you. You
not
can
be
have
obtuse on
family.
No,
purpose.
but
Seriously.
Justice point.
So
His whole
God
point
ain't
is
put
the
one person.
family.
God did not put one person in your
Hold on.
family in your life.
Wait, hold,
Exactly.
hold, hold. I
Come
think E
on,
Love. One
now.
song.
Hold
One
on. So
song. One
justice.
song. One song. I
The
think
point,
E Love
justice.
was
The
speaking.
point.
Because we not gonna all yell over the stage because we want to hear each other. So you know what I mean. So I think E Love was speaking. Go ahead, babe.
No, I was just elaborating, I heard Justice down at the bottom talking about you got family. Yes, we do have family, and I understand where you're coming from, but not everybody in your family supports you. They sometimes your family sit there and see you in a fucked up position and won't even ask do you need help. You know what
I've
I'm
That's
been
saying?
there.
a
So
fact.
I've been there, baby. I've been
you
there. But you
understand
got
what I'm saying?
one
So
person. You got
So we
one
can't
person,
say
baby.
family.
At least one person, baby. I had one person. I was in the shelters. I was in foster care. I've been abused physically by my father. But I had
Well,
one
your
person.
family
One.
felt
God
you.
will put that.
They
God will put
felt
that
you,
one
Justin.
person. Come on, man.
Well,
Let's
Felt
actually,
you.
go. He
can I
right.
real
But
I
quick?
think
okay,
God will
somebody
not leave
now
you
watch this.
alone.
yeah.
God will put that one
We
person
talking about
around. Come on,
I'm
man.
just
Stop it.
saying, listen to
three people
me.
on
They
the
felt you.
side.
Let's
Because if
go.
you got a family and you got a big family like that and you was going through them things, they felt you. No matter what you was going through or what was in your life, they should not have even had you in that predicament, if that makes sense.
God will not leave you alone. He'll put one in your life, baby. He'll put one in your life,
Mmm.
man. Stop
Okay, well,
playing with
she
me, man.
didn't have
God
that
will never
one, so
But
leave
she
nor
she
got
didn't
over
forsake
He
you.
that
have
one.
had
She
it.
didn't
God
one.
will
have
never
it.
Whether
leave.
Everybody
Come
don't
whether
on,
how
have
man.
many
that
did he have?
person.
I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say
he
this:
hard.
the one she had was the breadwinner. Her husband, he had to work to pay the
Right.
bills.
But it
Now
was more
God
than
deserts
that
you, right?
going
God
on.
will desert you. Come on now. I
I've
can't go
had
for that.
some good
Yeah.
days.
May I real quick?
I've had some
I just want to
hills
say
Hold
to
on,
that
y'all. Somebody
climb.
speaking. Go ahead.
one mic
Go
on
ahead, Mo.
Mo.
I just want to say I don't have any kids, but my former best friend had her first baby. Like I think he's going on 3 now. And I used to always like go over there. We used to always hang out, and she would just call me like at wee hours in the morning, crying like I don't know. And she had her boyfriend, baby daddy, whatever you want to call him, her child's father, and he was there being the breadwinner. She didn't have her mom. She didn't have any family because of the psychological bullshit that was going on. And so she would call me and I would go over there. I would watch him while she sleeps, but she couldn't sleep. She was worried about the baby. Like, oh my God, I need to feed him. Did I give him enough food? Is he gonna burp? Is he shitting on himself? Like, it was always that state of panic. And I will always say, like, okay, what's really wrong? And she never wanted to go to therapy. She didn't think she thought she was okay, but eventually she went to therapy and she learned that this is natural for first time moms, even second or third times moms, because you're in this all alone. Like your body changes, your mind changes, like everything changes. Everything isn't the same. And if you don't have anybody, if you don't have any family, you are on your own. And you start to believe that, like, I'm by myself, I'm on my own, I have nobody who's gonna help me with the kids. My mom was going through mental issues, and I was homeless and I was abandoned. And I'm now learning that I couldn't take it personal because I had a sister who needed her more than I did. And it was like that is like that click in the mind, that click in the brain. Sometimes it click for others, sometimes it don't. And I think for moms, especially with men telling us, oh, we'll be cool, we'll be fine, but you don't know what it's like to have ovaries. You don't know what it's like to carry a baby inside of you. You don't know what it's like to be in labor for 25, 35, 7 days at a time. And now when they come out, you barely have time to heal. You got to breastfeed, you got to change the diaper. And then if you don't have nobody, you don't sleep, not including the fact that you got to work, you got to take care of them, and you got to feed them, take care of them, make sure everything's okay. You got to wash clothes, go to the thing. So it's like,
Talk about
fuck
it.
it. I'ma just kill them
It
motherfuckers,
never
and then if I
stops.
go to jail, it is what it is. So we can't say people have everybody because some people don't, and it's very unfortunate that we don't have that, and it's very unfortunate that they didn't get them kids. But women, we go through a lot more than anybody,
Sure
and
do.
we still are. So
Hmm.
and people put us on the back burner and say, oh, you're strong, you be all this. We tired of being strong. We've been being strong since slavery. Don't nobody want to keep being strong. What the fuck?
Shit,
Let's
sometimes,
talk about the
sometimes we
mothers that
need
left the
help,
fathers
you
on their
know.
own to be
Hold
single
on,
fathers too. Let's talk about
hold
single
on, y'all.
fathers when the mothers ran too.
Hold
Let's
on,
talk about that part too. What we
hold
talking
on,
about?
because Jay
Mmm.
Come on
Swift,
now.
Jay
I was a
Swift
single
wanted to
father.
speak.
My baby
Let's
moms
Justice,
ran on
go.
me.
Justice,
Come on, come on now.
Justice. Wait,
Wait, let's wake
Jay
it up.
Swift wanted to speak. Go ahead, Jay Swift.
Personal experiences.
Oh shit, we can't hear you.
You got some writing going on over there, Jay.
Yeah, it sounds like you
Hold on.
crunching papers or something.
Can y'all hear me?
That's
You
better. There
good,
you
Yeah,
go.
we
you
can hear you.
good.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
Okay, I
crystal,
had to take
crystal
my
clear.
AirPods out.
Right.
Okay, now it's something that I actually experienced with my sister. I'm the oldest out of 10 siblings. I got, and it's all we all blood related. Same mom. Half of us got one dad, the other half got another dad. Both of our dad is military. Um, but long story short, there's 10 siblings. I have 8 sisters and one brother. I don't have no relationship with basically none of my siblings, to be honest. Maybe two of them. Okay. Um, and one of the sisters that I do have a relationship with, she has a child. She's not ready for a child. She does things that I do not approve. Um, Me and this sister that I'm talking about, we were never close. I found out that she was my sister. We started trying to hang out, try to get to know each other, all try to build a brother sister relationship and everything. And it was a couple times I went to go visit her in San Diego, and she would get mad at her daughter and put her daughter in the closet. Just put her daughter in the closet, close the door, and I'm looking like, okay, what the fuck are you doing? And then, like, just talking to her, I found out that a lot of females, and I could be wrong because I'm not a female, but a lot of females, once they hit that, have that child, because she had a dude, he just was always in and out of town. But it made her do things to her daughter to the point where, like, I tried to get her daughter from her. I tried to ask her, sis, let me have your daughter, let me take rights. I know you ain't ready for a kid. You can still go have your life, do what you want to do. Come visit anytime you want. Da 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 da. I tried every type of way to get my sister daughter from her. This girl jumped off a bridge in San Diego
Shit.
off the
God damn.
Coronado Bridge. Survived everything. But this whole time, nobody knew where the baby was. It fucked my sister up after having that baby. It fucked her up mentally to the point where she figured and thought that she was alone when she wasn't. My mom was still in the picture. She still had my other sisters and everything, but in her mind, she thought she was alone, that she couldn't talk to nobody. If she did, they judged her, they put her down, or they threw it in her face, and she didn't want to deal with that no more. She got tired of people throwing things in her face, telling her what she should have done. And I actually experienced a woman's mind and mental switch up after having a baby and feeling like she was alone to the point where she wanted to kill herself, and didn't have no care of the baby.
But was she alone, King? Was she alone? In retrospect,
I want to say this, to be
she was never
honest.
fucking
To answer your
alone, bro.
question,
She was never
can I
alone,
answer your
bro.
question? You asked me a question. I'm just
It
trying to
was a
answer it.
rhetorical question, but go ahead.
Okay, you asked me, was she alone? I'm just going to answer your question. She was, but she wasn't. She was alone. The reason why I said that she was alone is because she made herself alone. She put herself in a place where she felt comfortable in her own mind, but in the process of doing that, she put herself where she was alone. Even though she had me, she had my mom, and she had my other sisters, but
Thank
she
you.
put herself in a situation where she was alone.
That's all I want to hear. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I
Okay,
tap
Jet,
in?
I
Can I
have a
tap in real quick?
question.
Oh,
She
go ahead,
created
Mo.
that
Huh?
environment, atmosphere for her to think that she was alone, but God put people around her, bro. That's just, the enemy is just cause confusion, and what confusion causes is chaos and turmoil at that point. When there's no understanding, all you have is confusion in your life. It only leads to trials and tribulations and suffering at that point in time. But if she had some type of understanding, that she would have understood that you were standing right next to her mom
Yeah,
or
but
her
But
family.
some people
but
don't
the thing
have
is,
it.
justice. But the thing is that if you mentally not there, you can be next to someone physically. You can get all the love. That person can
I
love you
agree.
and show you
I
all
agree.
that love.
I agree.
But if you're not mentally there, then it doesn't
I
matter. And what
do.
the thing is, I think what Jay is talking about, and Weezy, I'm gonna let you get in real quick, and I know you want to elaborate too.
Well, go
Is
ahead.
like if you don't feel like you love with yourself, then it don't matter how repetitious somebody can tell you how you're beautiful and I got your back and we're your best support. When you're gone mentally and your heart is dead, because basically that's what it's like. Your heart is dead inside for yourself and you just don't care anymore and you're just like you're paralyzed. You become mentally paralyzed because you don't see the things that you want everyone to see. You have to fix what
I done been there, E Love. I done been there, baby.
right. I understand it, but everything is about timing. And if it's not your time to see things, then it's not your time. And sometimes you gotta give people time, and but don't turn your back on them. But you gotta give them time. And sometimes when they're gone, they just gone. And sometimes they're going so deep that it's sad to try to help pull them out because already
They
in there.
lose
They
themselves.
stuck in that dark side.
I know, I know, I know,
You
I
know
know.
what happens? Hey, this is Rain.
I'm sorry,
Yo,
Weezy. You
I'm
can
glad
get
we
in.
talking about this
No,
right now. This
no,
shit is
go ahead. I
deep.
agree
I'm
with
glad we
everything
talking
you're
about this.
saying.
Go
No,
ahead,
Love, you
Rain.
good. I was just agreeing with what you were saying and agreeing with Jay because I'm going through the same thing with my. Y'all know I call him my grandson. With my grandson's mom, it's like she loses it when it's time to keep him. I don't know what is going on with that girl mentally, but she's the same way, Jay. Like we love her. She knows she has help, but in her mind, it's like she don't feel like nobody's there to help her. So I was feeling where Jay was
Hmm.
coming from. Cause trust me, I'm going through the
And it's
same
kind of
thing.
hard to get to them. It's kind of hard to get through them. Like, hey, like you're not by yourself. Get that shit out your head. You're not by yourself. Like we here. You can call. You can stop by anytime. But it's a thing that triggers them in their mind some kind of way or something that just makes them really feel like I can't go to this person. I can't go here. I can't go
Or I
there.
can't do it.
You know what it is?
Exactly.
It's like a as moms, right? Like you want to reach out to somebody, but how many of us you leave your baby with a family member or their dad or whatever? You go out, okay, I'm gonna try to go out, but you still in your head worry. I wonder what the baby doing. Are they okay?
Right.
I wonder if they miss me. It's
That's
you
a
want to
mother.
lean on that help, but low key you don't feel like nobody gonna do it as well as you are as the mom, right? So you don't want to trust people. Like I hear you saying, yeah, you got it, but you're not gonna get it. Like I'm gonna get it, so I'm alone. I'm gonna do it by myself. It's that kind of thing too. It's a lot of stuff that goes into it like that.
And
Yeah,
people
but
But you
don't
know
take
what,
facts.
Tina?
consideration
But you know
too.
what? I'm gonna say, but you know what, Tina? That's a person who's I guess you could say that's a person who our mind is kind of stable. Cause with this one here, she leaves him. She don't call him. She won't do nothing.
Oh, like she
And it's
just
like
out of
and
sight,
it's
out
like
of
when
mind.
she yeah and then when you call and tell her, okay, look, you got to keep him this weekend or you got to do this, she goes into like a panic attack. And like I just recently I had to get a break. I just recently had to give him to his biological auntie, but now she's going through it with her sister. Like they going, it's her sister, so they going back and forth. You know, she'll call and let me know what's going on and stuff like that. And she was just saying that she let her keep him, and she just went into like this attack. I can't do this. Like she was, heavy breathing and saying she just want to go ahead and
Postpartum.
admit herself in the hospital. I mean, it's just crazy.
Let me
Oh,
ask you
that's another
something,
thing.
Weezy. Do y'all know if is he the product of rape or something?
She ain't not that I know. I don't think she's ever been raped or nothing like that. I just don't know what then happened to her because I took her in when I was the manager at racetrack and she went. I don't know. She had that first baby and it's crazy, y'all, because the second baby she got him, but it's like when she get the oldest one, she goes into an attack. Like how does she supposed to do it? Like she act like she's confused. So I have no clue.
Postpartum
God
depression.
bless her. Yeah, that's bad.
I was gonna.
Yeah,
I
that's
was I, trying to see if I could speak. I wanted to speak in regards to Wheezy and Jay. Um, this is Rain. Most times people say they there for you, but they don't know exactly what it is that they need to do while they're there for you. You know, it's not always somebody needs you to grab a baby. It's not always they need to hear, I'm here for you, I'm here for you. You know, actions do speak louder than words, and sometimes your actions could be shutting the fuck up. And a lot of times when you reach out to people in regards to certain things, family, especially and friends, they have their own personal biases and things of that nature to where they actually think they got the answers. You hear me? I got a semicolon behind my right ear. You hear me? And that's in representation of a movement, and it means to pause. My daughter was a cutter, all right, and her main complaint was listening. So I had to figure out a way to slow it down so I could hear what was going on. But see, in her earlier years, when I was the mom, I was suffering depression. You hear me? I was going through different things as a young mom. And so my daughter, she'll condemn me because I put her in a hospital. Fuck that. I can hide every knife, every sharp object, and you still find something. I'm taking doors off the hinges, and you still find something. I have a real close friend. Her daughter and my daughter are the same age. Her daughter's underground. My daughter is still living Islam. And so I had to figure out how to hear what's going on and not always listen to respond. You know, sometimes you don't need to, give the discipline that we think somebody deserves. We have to be quiet and listen because that way you can hear the signs. You know, person say they tired, they frustrated, they this. My daughter comes over here and no, I'm not always looking to babysit my grandchildren. But she'll come over here and lay in my bed so she can get some rest. They gonna walk through the house. They gonna lay up under Nana. But I got that matriarch spirit, so everybody gonna lay the fuck down and just relax. And the doors swing both ways. They always open. So as a support system, a lot of times people don't know what it look like to be in support of your strong friends. The ones they say we strong. You hear me?
Right.
And so I
You're
have to
right.
find my own escapes like my paper and my ink pen or me stopping this strong shit and just allow myself some time to cry. Not running looking for distractions, just allow my strong ass to let some shit go because the I don't want to say the devil because the devil is your lower self. Your thoughts will
Right.
get to rambling and try to come and attack your ass, but you have to have strength to say hell no. You understand? So what we got to do is
You
actually
got
take
it.
time to be still and listen. Cause not all the time does everybody want a response. They just need you to hear the shit that's actually going on in their
That
head.
is so
I
true.
yield.
That's true.
Let's
I
go,
agree with you,
Ryan.
Rain.
I agree with you too, Ryan, because let me tell you, I ate myself up a long time ago. When I first started off in college, my major was social work with a minor psychology. I got almost to the door and just like, hell no, I couldn't because some things that went on expired. It was like, nah, I can't do that. But anyway, you are right about the listening because my brother, he's dead and gone now. And I always refer myself back to that time at 2 in the morning when he called me and he did 15 years flat. So I was the one he come to. Like me and him was real, real, real close. And that particular morning, I was right, I was tired. Like I was tired, I was sleeping, and we cuss each other out. So y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I missed it. Like he called me fat ass. So when he called me, be like, "What's up, fat ass?" Something like that. But that particular night, girl, I was so tired, and that's all he wanted to do was talking. So he was like, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm asleep." God damn, I cussed him out. What you think you do at 2 in the morning? And so I told him I'd call him back, but I never did. And 2 days later, he overdosed.
See,
So yeah. So yeah, I always tell people that it's real when you don't really know it's real until it happened to you. And now with this situation, I listen. Like, she talks to my daughter more than she talked to me because they real close. So I always tell Deja to, just kind of just listen to her and hear out, because she's talked about doing things to herself. That's why they admitted her the first time. But I don't understand. Like her family is there for her, and they do everything in the world. But she'll tell you that they don't, but they really do.
They usually the ones that throw you off because they don't realize that they play a part in the problem too. Just don't forget to share with anybody 999. That's the
Right,
hotline. You hear me? Don't forget it. And when I say, you know, I've been recently going through some stuff myself, right? And
right.
I, like I said, people have their own biases, but I got strength. I'm that strong one. But got enough good damn sense to know, like, not all the time am I reaching out to my family and friends because again, they got their own thoughts on how they gonna address something,
Right.
not realizing shut the fuck up. So, I found me a little friend who ain't have no biases. And then again, I ended up counseling her ass. And but most social workers, they need social
Talk
workers.
about
Most
it.
psychiatrists got psychiatrists. Most psychologists are crazy than a motherfucker. So the thing is, we can't always rely on other people. Again, that support gotta be strong, but at the same time, you gotta find another place to escape. Where that means you carry your ass to the beach and just don't think about nothing. Cause see, that depression is serious. Depression will attack you, and people don't realize that they sitting in it. They don't realize that the darkness that they see always wanting to be asleep and the fatigue and the insomnia. All that plays a major part in what it is. And so sometimes it's simple as, hey, let's go somewhere. Come with me. Some spontaneous shit. Come on, let's go. Let's take a ride. Fuck it. Eat you an edible or something. Chill out.
I'm
You
trying
know,
to tell you.
I mean, just, because a lot of times we don't know, but you have to find a way to unload it. And that's usually the problem. People don't know how to unload. And postpartum depression is real. People don't know, our people in our community don't know how to go get help. They don't know what it looked like. They don't know how to go do it. It's like we scared to say, hey, I got a mental illness going on and it's attacking me and I don't know what to do about it. So, sometimes you got to pull a Mickey on a motherfucker and do some Ayana fix my life and go take them to get help. Cause like somebody just said, who failed her? Her family or the system? The system on overload. You gotta take that step and say, fuck that, we going to the emergency room. I need to get you some help. Cause you ain't gonna
Right.
always be able to save nobody. Like I say, the paper and pen might not work for everybody. But you gotta unload that shit from off your head.
That's facts. I agree.
But how do you find help when you don't trust the medical system?
They got 1-800 lines out there. You can call and talk to anonymous people. You don't even have to state your name or whatever. They got, those type of phone numbers out there where you can just talk to people. You remember
They'll even
those
text you now.
yeah.
Can
You know
I
what I'm
tell you
saying?
something? I'm
But
sorry, love.
I think even mentally, like, this is like the most amazing thing that I've ever seen in my life. Like of a group of people who can just talk to each other. Like that
Hip
is
hop
so
zone.
incredible. Like that is incredible. Like
That part. I'm gonna tell you,
Thank
my
thank
job
thank-
is that Manny.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah, I
is.
said thank. I was saying thank you to him because that was good.
Definitely, my job. They have mental health allies, and I'm one of them. You hear me? I volunteered because one day I was tripping at work, and I was like, "Damn, let me go see what they talking about." But real talk, a lot of people place of employment don't allow them that getaway. Like, I'm so forever grateful to have the job that I have, for somebody to tell me to go take a nap if you need a nap. Take your break when you need a break, just take it. And if you gotta, come back and then get the job done. But a lot of jobs need to take that shit into consideration, where they have a phone line for you to call while you on the clock. You can send somebody a message and somebody gonna reach out and be that listening ear. And that's usually what it is, because again, in family, we be thinking we could call family. You call family because you got a problem. Next thing you know, they answer the phone. What's up, Ree baby? Girl, da 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 da.
You 2 minutes from pulling the motherfucking
You
trigger.
know,
Yeah,
Straight
that's a
yeah.
up.
fact. That's a fact. And
Straight
look at
up. You
that.
look up and now they telling you they problem. And you
They
sitting
problem.
there about to
Yeah.
break down.
Right.
Rain, it's funny
Right.
that you said
Amen.
that. I
True.
had that
True.
same
Amen. Amen.
conversation. Not too. I'm sorry, Manny. Go ahead. I know you want to get
Oh
in.
no, no, no. I was just no. I was saluting. No, I was saluting that. My bad. My bad. It's hard for me to unmute and mute because I'm doing so much at one time. I'm gonna mute myself.
No, I would just agree with Rain was though sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up and let somebody get their shit off. Like we don't always wanna make it about you, you know. So sometimes you just need to listen. When someone's coming to you and or you even opening up and you can tell cause me, I'm all about energy. I can tell when cause I pay attention to people, especially if they close to me. Not everybody get that. But if I know that I rock with you and we really close and we cool, even if we haven't really met each other, even like with some of y'all. Like if I know how your energy is most of the time, and then your energy is kind of off, like there must be something must be going on. I'm gonna be like, yo, you want to talk? Hey, I'm always here to listen. And when you extend yourself and say, I'm here to listen, your job is just what you said out your mouth. Listen. Don't make it about you. Let that person get off what they got to get off because maybe that's all they need is just to, release that. And it might not be as bad. A lot of times we don't sit back and make it about somebody else. We want to have to, oh yeah, I can relate to it. And then we just go right into our shit. No, you got to pull back and let that person have the mic, the time that they need because you never know. It may be more serious than we think. And some people are out here killing themselves, doing crazy things because their mind isn't right. And you gotta let them, you gotta let them get that off.
And again, y'all, I'm sorry. Justin, he just put me in a private room with him.
I'm off the mic. I'm sorry. I just had to say
Oh
that.
no, no, you good. I just wanted to tell y'all I didn't leave. He put me in a private room. I told him I gotta go. Ooh,
He tried to get
whoa.
me
I'm
too. I
sorry.
I
What
ignored
just
him.
we
went through
doing over
something.
there?
Let's talk about it. But go ahead, y'all. Keep it going.
But
Ooh,
you know what,
God.
Elo? That's why I say now, whoever I'm close to, if they want, baby, look here. If they call me at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna get up. I might be look half damn
That's a
sleep,
fact.
but I'm gonna get my ass up and I'm gonna listen.
That's interesting because I just left my job in family services in December, and I left because I wasn't being heard as a worker. And when this happened the first time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna resign. And they said, oh, we'll just give you 2 weeks off. And so I took those 2 weeks off unpaid, and I came back, and I was still like, this ain't it. And I started to get bullied by my coworkers. Long story short, she switched up on me, and instead of her telling me, what the problem was, she just switched up, and girls who I wasn't even cool with switched up with her. And what they did was they started to bully. And so I'm telling my managers, I'm like, yo, these girls trying to bully me. And she was like, well, I took it to my immediate supervisor, and she was like, oh, you'll be fine. You're strong. You can handle it. You tell people like it is anyway. And I'm just like, that's not the point. I'm one of those people is like, I'm gonna tell you so many times to leave me alone before I choose to get violent. And these were women who were not comfortable with themselves, and they were projecting their problems onto me. And so I took it to my director, and I'm like, yo, these women in here trying to bully me. I don't know what the problem is. She won't even talk to me, won't hold the door, like. And I'm just like, yo, like, there's so much more of this I can take before I snap the fuck off. Like, I'm just gonna burn this whole building down, and y'all gonna be on your own, because I'm not gonna keep tolerating it. And they was basically telling me, she even told me, she was like, oh, and you guys will be friends before you know it. And I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is that, like, this is a problem. Like, somebody needs to step up and say, yo, like, something, this ain't right, this is wrong. So I left in December, and the whole time, like, when my resignation, like, I turned in my resignation letter, and then they sent out the email the next week. Like, my supervisors are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're leaving, who are we gonna have? And I'm like, y'all had the chance to stop the bullying, and you didn't. And they turned around, they ended up fighting each other because of it. So I say that to say, like, there are moments where, if we can, we should step away, because I would have rather stepped away than to shoot all the motherfuckers.
I agree
I
with that,
feel you
Mo.
on that. Go ahead.
Go no, go
Allegedly,
ahead, Weezy. I was just
allegedly.
gonna agree.
No, no,
Uh,
allegedly
No,
nothing.
I just want to be
no,
She
safe.
said,
That's
I
all.
was about to tell Mo, I was about to tell Mo, that's happening on your job, but how about this? It's happening at my daughter's school, and baby, let me tell you, I don't play no games. I had to let them know because our other race will try to, if you don't, because I work all the time, so I'm not able to go to the school as much most parents do that work 8 to 5 because I'm mostly at work from 9 to like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, so I have no time sometimes. But my daughter my 11-year-old just had a little boy tell her that he would kill her, and your mama ain't gonna be happy when I kill you and have you dead on the floor. So
hell no.
I reported that I've been to the school, and what pissed me off because they didn't react fast. But I told them if that would have been her saying that, and I don't know if it's because like my baby, she's five, sorry about 5'7", she's only 11, she's tall. And I had to let them know, I don't know if y'all and the rest of the kids are short. I said, let me tell y'all something. Just because she tall for her age, that ain't got a goddamn thing to do with it. Y'all gonna treat her equally. Her voice gonna be heard too, because she tells me that she tells the teacher that, they've been saying stuff and the teacher just kind of blow it off. But I went out so bad the other day, she told me in the car a while ago, she was just so nice to me today. And I'm not done. Because what are y'all gonna do if it was her that said it to him? You'd have been blowing my phone up. So the bullying, it starts from little kids all the way up. And
And
I just
these
feel
were
like you did the right choice of doing what you're supposed to be
yeah, and
doing. But don't
no,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, and these are with black women, and they were much older than me. Like
Oh,
I was 25, and they were 30 and older with teenage children. So and it was kind of, and then my supervisor was like, "Oh, well, they look up to you and they admire you." I'm like, "Well, they sure have a funny way of showing it because what you're trying to do is trying to put your problems on me, and I got enough of my own problems." And so asked my teacher, Lord have mercy, my supervisor, if we can just do like a round, like like if we can go to the gym and just sit in a circle and get it out, because whatever clearly. And then later on when I left, I realized she doesn't know what the problem is because she is the problem. And so I just had to left, and like my former coworker who we was cool, then like, and then they also take advantage of your kindness and all that, but that's a whole nother story. um she even tells me like she's ready to go because my director, she's also manipulative. She has an MSW, so she knows how to like, flip the brain and all of that good stuff. And so she tries
hmm
to take advantage, and she tries to say, "Oh, it's not that big deal. It's not that." And then it's like, okay, nobody sees the problem here. And then if I'm speaking and tell you, so I say, "Okay, I'm gonna just go to HR." They know, don't do that. That's not necessary. And it's like, okay, so now you see me. But I just had to leave. Yeah, because I was allegedly gonna shoot the place up.
I'm
Well,
all for
these
leaving a
teachers told the
job.
kids, don't tell their mom. Talk about don't tell your
What
mamas.
you mean?
Because
Don't
it's going to
tell
cause
your
bigger
mom.
problems.
Listen,
That's what they told 'em. And these are Caucasian people. My yes.
I'm all
Don't
for
tell your
leaving a
mom.
job, especially about your mental health. I done done that same shit, Mo. You did what you had to do. Because, like you said, you done burned something to the ground. They would have been, oh my gosh, what
hmm
happened? We didn't know. Nah, I'm
Well,
not going to play
see,
with you.
and it's not like I didn't ask for help. Like they always say, go to your immediate supervisor. I went to my supervisor, and then I went to the boss who runs the whole site. So it's not like y'all didn't know. I brought this to y'all awareness, and I was cutthroat. Like I'm very out of the box. Like I'm very straight to the point, straight shooter. And I was telling her, look, these girls are bullying me. And it was like, well, you can deal with it because I'm the strong one, and I'm usually the one that y'all know what the strong ones are. So it's like they thought, oh, you can handle it, but there's only so much of this shit I can take.
Facts.
Well, I'm gonna say something. The sister said something about 30 years old with teenage kids. I can almost think that that's what I was. You hear me? But I'm not mad at myself anymore. I had to learn how to defeat depression. At one point, they said I was manic. You hear me? And I told my doctor, I said, no. I was probably manic when I wasn't saying shit, you know. I said, sitting up there holding it all in. I say, but if a motherfucker called me a bitch on the street, stop that car, get out that motherfucker and call me a bitch and see what's gonna happen. Come through. You know what I'm saying? And my cousins, they were like, you just don't act the same. You be ready to pop off. And I said, the thing is, I let y'all get away with a whole bunch of stupid shit. And I thought about it all the time and thought to do the right thing. Because, they say do unto others and, think before you act, all that shit. Now, sometimes you got to put certain motherfuckers in their place because the thing is, we don't realize that epigenetics is real. You understand? People are products of their environment, and their environment can take a hold of their DNA. And they can be total fucking assholes because their DNA consists of them being total fucking assholes that have been dominated by their communities. Okay. And so, with that, when you have a little bit of goddamn sense, you try to use that sense. But you got to be strategic with how you use it and you relate to motherfuckers how they understand. Sometimes you got to cuss a bitch out. People think, oh, you shouldn't do that. Like I said, people may feel a certain kind of way because of the verbiage that I use. But guess what? Sometimes you got to cuss a bitch out just so they can hear you and understand that you're not playing. It's the same thing with, like I said, I think I told the story before how I had a friend. I complimented her multiple times. I would always tell her how pretty she was. I tell her hair looked good, all this and that. Oh, Arisha girl, oh, my hair, girl. Yeah, it. I gotta recolor it. Yeah, my skin. I gotta go do some exfoliating. I got this, that, and the other. Girl, skin perfect. So I watched her for like 10 years. I'm like, damn, every time I compliment this sister, she don't know how to accept a compliment. But then I listened to the story she told me about her family. And so that's the first place where we get examples of love at home. And when she told me how her family behaved, and I'm listening, like I said, listen not to respond and not to react, but listen to understand. And I listened and I said, damn, watch this. I said, Shonda, you get on my motherfucking nerves. You a pretty bitch. Da 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 da. I'm talking about I went on a rant complimenting her while acting a fool. Do you know she started crying and saying, thank you, Arisha? What the hell is that? It's called epigenetics. Some shit that you done took on from your household, from your family. You thinking that you less than and your mind is moving a certain kind of way and you only know how to react to the love that you've known because we expect for family to love us. But don't even realize that all these people got fucked up ass behaviors too. Like I said, my daughter was going through something because I was going through something. Your children, 9 times out of 10, are reflections of what you got going on. You fix you, you fix everybody else. The universal law says if you cannot heal yourself, you damn sure can't heal nobody else. So you got to work on you. And everybody can try to come with a remedy on what it takes. But I'm going to tell you something. Nobody may not want to hear about religion, but guess what? God Allah is the author, the creator, the conductor, the governor, the narrator of the world. And sometimes we just don't know how to accept that if something or someone exits from out of this space, it was already written and we have no control over that. We may
Let's
think that we
go.
want to help it, but we have no control over that. Sometimes people just got to go back where they came, you know what I'm saying? Because they got other things that they got to do on the soul plane. And we don't know how to receive that. We don't know how to accept that. We got people telling us, oh, if you commit suicide, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. Are you God? Are you the higher power? Are you the judge? Are you the one that knows? Have you directed that traffic? We can give it all we can, but we cannot do anything to make that seed grow. We can only plant it and hope that it's beneficial to somebody. And that's just that.
What?
Wow. I wish I what I if I knew what I knew now, I would have definitely stayed and tried to, but I did cuss him out. And I'm the one that got in trouble for it. I'm the one that got a 90-day probation because of this shit.
She say, damn, Ryan, you should have been here a long time ago, told me cuss their ass out. But I cussed their ass out and I got fired. She said I got fired for cussing their ass out. You know, but sometimes some people it's strange. I had a conversation with a friend one time about love and how everybody had a different understanding of love.
according to how they experience love. And it's just crazy because half the time we don't even look at certain things in the dictionary. Did you know the is one of the longest words in the dictionary that's defined? Just like love. Hey, Meg.
Hey.
So we have to
Keep
look at
going, Ryan.
that and understand it. Everybody does not have the same examples or understandings that we think that we have. And so it may have to come from a different direction. Your friend might accept love as you just coming over and laying some weed on the table and leaving her the fuck alone. Some people just rather be left the fuck alone. And they say that's depression too. No, sometimes you got to step into the wilderness and take some time out to talk to yourself. They told us we was crazy if we talked to ourselves
Most definitely not.
at all. How better to hear than if you say it to yourself?
Or sometimes
That's
you just
why I
want a
say
motherfucker to
look
come
at
and
your
sit and I
tribe.
said
If
just
you
be
find
around,
your
just be in
tribe.
my space with your positivity, but don't say shit. Just sit here.
Hmm.
I have a question though. So all of us were in social worker setting. My supervisor was MSW, everybody MSW, PhD, LCPC. So if I'm taking this to their attention, how can those who are aware and are able to assist and what do you want? And they're sorry, those who can assist, why not do so if you have the capability? And I'm telling you, this is going on. And even it's funny you say that, Rain, because she even said, she was damaged by her baby father. And I totally get that. But you can't allow that to hold you and keep you down. And she had a trauma bond with the other coworker who was also going through the same thing. So it's like, if you guys are aware of this and I'm telling y'all, like, okay, they're trying to comfort me, why not try to help and get them, or force them to get? Y'all tried to make me go to therapy and I'm already in therapy. So it's like, how, why, when, where, and where, basically.
I mean, for
Evidently,
me,
they
I
had
would
some type
say
of relationship. Probably. I don't know. She might have been maybe scared of them or scared to say something because they were so forceful. Some people are sometimes. But Meg, you can go ahead and speak.
no. I was gonna say, like, sometimes, like, when I talk to people on like deeper levels, I ask, "What's your last name?" Right? So I go by their namesake because we are who we are. Like how they name us is what it is, and there's a deeper meaning behind it.
Sometimes people get caught up in their everyday. They can't even see past what else is going on in front of them. You asking for help from somebody else that's needing help. They always talking about hurt people. Shit, that come the same way if you was driving with no headlights at night, with no street lights, and somebody else driving at night with no lights, with no street lights. Y'all going down the same road with no reflectors. Crash, boom.
That's a good one.
I'm just saying,
Well,
that's how it go.
And Rain, I felt you
And
on there when you said like, "Who gonna help the strong?" Because let me tell you, my spiritual mother keep throwing this at me about, and I girl ran from this right here a long time ago with this social worker mindset. I ran from it, and she instead of coming at me talking about this counseling stuff, I'm still running from it because my whole thing is, if I can counsel or help somebody else, who the hell gonna help me when it's time? I mean, I know I pray and I ask God to, heal me and da 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 this and that, but still at the same time, like who gonna be there for me? You know?
Sorry, I had to
So
do that, y'all.
I'm gonna tell you what they told me. They say, look, right? Allah speaks to man through man. Okay, so look, if Allah speak to man through man, who did Allah speak to first? Allah had to speak to you. So as I speak to you, I speak to